my kitchen. My name's Vicki-Lynne. I like to call this Cooking Vegan with Vicki. But we're sort of cooking. We're prepping today, actually. Welcome to my Starch Solution Meal Prep. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. My name's Vicki-Lynne. You probably already know that because it's down below. Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm doing a Starch Solution meal prep or just a meal prep in general, just to get us started for the week. Hope you enjoy this one. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button so you're notified when all of my recipes and videos go up. And if you're enjoying my videos, or if you're not enjoying my videos, feel free to give this a thumbs down. But if you are enjoying them, don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Leave me some comments below. And if you have any recommendations for me or any ideas that I might miss, please leave those down below, because again, everybody should know that this is a journey and not a destination, and we're all on this together. So if I can help you in any way, or if you have any questions that I may be able to answer for you, I might not. Again, we're all on this together. Anyway, so what am I doing? Sorry guys, what am I doing this week? We're gonna do a meal prep, and the first thing I recommend when you're starting a meal prep to make your meal prep work very efficiently is you need to gather everything you think you're going to need. So I make a list of what I'm going to be doing, and then I try to gather and have everything in a close proximity so that I can be prepared and that I'm not running all over the place looking for stuff. That being said, let me show you how that looks. So I know I'm cooking potatoes, so I have my potatoes here because I need to clean them. I know I need to clean my strawberries, some of my romaine, my veggies I need to clean. I'm going to be making hummus. So I'm going to take my container and I'm going to come around. I know I'm making hummus, so I'm going to grab my garbanzo beans in my container. What else do I need? I need some tahini. That for sure I need. So I'm going to go to my fridge. Now, yes, my fridge isn't that far apart, but I'm just showing you as a guide. And some garlic. You could use fresh garlic, whatever. So I like to try to, and a lemon. I'll need a little lemon in our tahini. Looks like it's going, so I'm going to use that one. I'm just going to put that aside right now. Okay. I'm also going to be cooking a little bit of quinoa, and I'm also going to be making my cheese sauce. So for my cheese sauce, I know I need my nutritional yeast. And again, these things are all right here in my kitchen, so that's okay. But a lot of this stuff I have a back area you guys might know of, sort of like a laundry room, half kitchen. It's very complicated. That's where I keep a lot of my appliances. So I go and get everything and bring it in one area. I also grab my containers that I may need for my meal prep, so that everything is in the same area, so that when we're cleaning, again, I'm going to need a strainer because I'm going to wash my strawberries, dry them, to store them, that everything is where it needs to be. Okay? And then you want to work backwards. You want to work smarter, not harder. So you want to get things going that can be left alone while you're doing other things, so that we can keep our meal prep down to the least amount of time in the kitchen. Now, there's different ways of meal prepping. You can meal prep all of your meals and get those little containers and do a half a cup of this, and half a cup of that, this and that. That's up to you. I know bodybuilders do that. I know different people. If that's what you do that. I used to do that, and that's fine. I mean, I'm okay eating that. Really, I'm okay eating the same stuff. I look at food as fuel, but some people don't like eating the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again. I already know that I'm going to be doing my 50-50 plate for the week, basically. And I'm really going to be trying to get back on my old Starch Solution. So I know I'm going to try to stay very, stricter to that. I am going to be making some hummus and my cheese sauce, and some quinoa. Now, if you watched my Aldi haul, you'll know that while I was taking pictures, I went to answer my phone, and my watermelon fell off the counter and split itself in half. So he's going to get chopped up too in a big container, but we like our watermelon cold anyway. And again, I'm going to be having my fresh fruit and stuff for breakfast, maybe some oatmeal, and we're just going to get everything set up. So we want to get our potatoes going. So I'm going to take a potato or two and put it aside for my cheese sauce. I'm going to make lots of cheese sauce. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to wash the rest of these. Actually, I'll put the rest of the potatoes in first. Yeah. Okay. I do have some sweet potatoes in there too. Oh, heck, I might as well just put those off. I'm going to put my basket in the bottom. Okay, water in the bottom of that. Now I'm just going to wash my potatoes. Potatoes are all clean. I'm going to put the russets at the bottom since they're hardier with the thicker skin. I always find when I put the new potatoes, skins always stick to my little metal thing. Okay, and then we're going to put the newer potatoes. And I think this week I will pop in and try to do a little bit. Let me pull that out of the way. There we go. So we're going to turn on our Instant Pot. I'm just going to do mine for 20 minutes just on manual. Now that's set to go. Next I'm going to do some quinoa. I'm just going to do a little bit, about a cup. So the great thing about quinoa is it's a complete protein. And what that means is it's a complete protein. I know, I'm funny, right? I know I am funny. Anyway, it's 2-to-1 ratio. This is just white quinoa. I get it from Costco. Super simple. It comes in a really big bag. You really gotta love quinoa. But the great thing about it is I just cook it plain because you can morph it into anything. I morph it into grain bowls. It is a great source of protein. I also morph it into my morning porridge. You can turn it into like a rice pudding with some coconut milk. It is just lovely. So I'm going to put this on the burner. I'm going to bring it on high while we do some other stuff. Now I'm going to take another pot. We're just going to wait for that to come up to boil. We're going to add a cup of quinoa to that. And again, I have everything kind of in a triangle here just because that's how I have my kitchen set up. And I also like to have what I like to call, some people call it a garbage bowl. I don't. I call it my vegetable bowl because if you've seen my videos, you know that I like to keep a lot of my vegetable scraps and everything, and I make soup stock out of them. So, for my cheese sauce, this is the next thing we're going to get going. I'm making quite a big batch, so I'm actually maybe going to use 2 or 3 carrots. Maybe 2 of the bigger carrots. So the first thing I'm going to do, I am going to wash these. So actually next door to my building we have a great farmer's market every Saturday. So I'm waiting for all the produce to be available, which is going to be great. But we do have a place that makes some great vegan tamales. which is lovely, and some great bagels and breads. I think I'm going to go for the third one, actually, because I am going to make a really big batch of this. Because who doesn't like cheese sauce? And again, everybody's cheese sauce is different. You make your cheese sauce the way you like it. They're all different. You can make it with oats. You can make it with potatoes and carrots. You can make it, you can add cashews to this. Just depends on how you are and what stage that you're at. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm just going to chop these up. And this will be a very large batch of cheese sauce. But you can make, oh, wrong way. You can make nachos. And then I'm also going to peel my potatoes. Oh, my I think I'm just going to peel a little bit off. I don't mind the new potato skins in mine, but goodness, I've never done well with a peeler. I'm sorry, guys. I've always used it. Not sure why I was trying to change. Never change you guys. Okay. And yes, you can put potato skins. Usually if it's a russet skins, which I don't usually use in my cheese sauce, but the russet skins are great in the air fryer. They make the best snack. Oh my god. You know what? I should probably try those with the other potato skins. But I just use them in my stock too. And potatoes are great for potassium. So you get potassium in your stock too. And you get another use out of your potatoes. I do try to use everything as much as possible. And then they still can go into the compost. Okay, so we're going to fill this up with water. We're going to bring this to a boil on the stove. Just make sure it's covered. Put that on the back burner. And put the on it. Now my water for the quinoa is just coming up to boil. Okay. I am going to add just a little bit of kosher salt. I do not like that container I bought. It's just the dispensing of the container. See? I already have my lid out. Okay, so we're going to put the lid on. We're going to turn the heat right down and just let that simmer very quickly. It takes about 15 minutes. I also have some bananas I need to prep. They're starting to go. Oh, I did buy fresh bananas. That's the other thing I forgot to show. And I'm thinking I'm going to put a couple of cloves of garlic into the cheese sauce. So I'm actually going to just peel my garlic. And this will take any of the rawness out of it, obviously, because it's going to cook in with the water, the veggies. There we go. We're going to throw that in, cook it with our veggies. We'll tone it down. Now you could do roasted garlic. That also can all go into our stock, by the way, guys. Everything goes into the stock. Okay. So now we're going to clean this up. And we're going to move on. Actually, we'll stick with our vegetables. We'll do our fruit at the end. That way we only have to clean up once. So next we're just going to prep some carrots and some celery. Might as well just do the whole bag while we're here. Okay, so I'm just going to wash all these. Scrub them down. Okay, so carrots are clean. I am going to take some celery hearts out. Those can go back. I'm just going to cut off the ends for here. And over here. That's also going to go. So now, if your celery is a little limp, I always think to use a, wrong burner. Okay, so if your celery is a little limp, you could always bring it back to life with just soaking it in some water. Don't put it cold water at first, just kind of room temperature water. That allows the cells of the celery kind of open. If you make it super cold, like ice water at first, they contract. So just kind of room temperature water, they'll kind of open, kind of like not open, but they're receptive to the water. And then you can let that soak for a little bit, and then you can shock them with some cold water, and then they'll firm up. Okay, so I actually have a little bit of carrots already cut up for carrot sticks. I'm just going to actually clean these ones and scrape them. Again, not rocket science, guys. We're just cleaning carrots. But now we have carrots that are ready if we want to cook them. Again, it's been really beautiful here. So we barbecue a lot. So we'll put these in little packets and cook them on the barbecue. Sort of like, what do they call them? It's a French name where you use parchment paper. Anyway, so we cook a lot of our vegetables and stuff on the barbecue in packets. Potatoes, vegetables. We'll do that too with the zucchini, but I am going to keep the zucchini whole for now. We might use one to cut up and put them in veggie packets. The other night we did cauliflower and carrots and some cabbage, and it was delicious with some red peppers. You can put anything in your packets, but Again, when it's so beautiful out, we just want to be outside all the time. So we just put whatever we have, stick it in a packet, and so I usually use parchment paper and then cover it with tin foil to cook it on the barbecue. Anybody who's an inventor, that would be a great thing to come up with. Something you could cook on the barbecue that wasn't wasteful or tin foil that you could reuse but didn't leach into our food. I'm not sure if they make anything like that, like silicone or anything. But all you inventors, get on that. Okay, so those are clean. We're going to stick those in with the celery. I kind of lump everything together. Like, obviously, like things together. My veggies together. Put those in. Once those have a couple of minutes, then I'll see. And the other thing, Canada, we would be able to recycle those. Here, no, not so much. Okay. I don't think I need to do this. I will cut some of my cucumbers. I'm going to have some this afternoon. Okay. So this is just my snack, guys. But just because it's my snack doesn't mean that it can't look pretty. Cutting on anything on the bias always looks, which means like on a diagonal, always makes things look nicer. And the other thing, you have a little one of these crinkle cutters. Kids will eat anything that's crinkle cut. There we go. That's for me for later. Okay. Oh. Now, I'm going to clean some grapes. When the stuff is cleaned, it will get eaten. Those I will clean. Those will go in the back fridge. I'm going to wash these. Sorry. So you can actually spray with fruit and vegetable sprayer. You can make your own. You can soak them in vinegar for 15 minutes. Okay, so we're going to let those cool. Drain. And now I'm just going to work on some strawberries. So I always like to go through my strawberries when I come back because you know strawberries go so quickly. And just because I'm using that for my vegetable stock, I'm not going to obviously put my strawberry in there. Always a possibility. There, that one needs to get used, so we're gonna, use that one. All the other ones are still good, so we're good there. Okay, so we're just gonna give these a rinse. What I do like to do is just put a little piece of paper towel on the bottom. We're going to let those drain. Give those a few minutes. We'll save our watermelon for last. You don't need to watch me do watermelon. Same with our bananas. I'm going to cut up these bananas. Going to, that's going to go in my soup stock. It's going to go in the back of the fridge. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to tidy up and we'll get going on to the hummus. Okay guys, so tidied up a little bit. Just going to do a couple more things. I'm going to do my bananas. So they're ripe. I'm actually going to freeze mine. I'm going to cut them up. I've actually ordered some new reusable plastic bags. They're coming in, but I don't have them, so I'm going to put them in a plastic container for now. I love using my frozen bananas not only for smoothies, but especially this time of year for nice cream. Nothing better. Actually, my favorite one right now is using the, what is it? I want to make sure I get the flavor right. It's this one. The Vega cold brew coffee. It's so good. I just love that flavor. But I mean, if you don't have that, you can just use instant coffee or espresso instant powder. Mix it a little bit with a little bit of water just to dissolve it before you put it in there. Mix that off. Okay, and these are going to go in the freezer. So I would normally say freeze them on a pan flat first, but I'm just going to move them around every half hour or so, just so that they're okay. And because everything is ready for my cheese sauce, I'm actually going to do that first. And that'll be easier to clean out than the hummus. So we're going to do the cheese sauce next. Okay, so we're going to get our cheese sauce going. Our potatoes have cooked. By the way, in the meantime, the pressure cooker has stopped. It's now just naturally releasing. The quinoa has been taken off the burner. It's just chilling. So everything's already cooked. Just going to set that up. So now we're just going to take our potatoes and our carrots and put that in our blender. Now again, if you didn't want to, you want a little better umami, you could do cashews in this. Quarter of a cup or half a cup of cashews, and something that's this big is not going to hurt you at all, unless you're doing the maximum weight loss Dr. McDougall. Then I do know that he says to, you know, keep an eye on how much nuts you use. I'm going to start with about a cup of water. This is a pretty big batch. I'm going to add some garlic. I make this so often, I'm just eyeballing, guys, but about a quarter of a cup or more of, probably half a cup for something this big, of nutritional yeast. I am going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper to mine. I'm going to use some miso, about a teaspoon or two. I'm going to use whatever is left up in this container. I have a new container, so I do want to use this up. I'm going to rinse that out. I do want some onion powder. remember if these lemons were organic or not. I'm actually going to add a little zest before I line them. And again, each week I like to zip it up, change what goes into my sauce. What's really good in here, red peppers, delicious. Had I not grilled mine this week, that would have been really good. Kind of gives it a nacho cheese flavor. Okay, some lemon juice in here. And I am going to let's just blend this, see where we go. I always remember as I go along, I'm actually going to add a little bit of the Trader Joe's chickenless, vegan chickenless. You don't have to. Just and I'm going to add some turmeric because I do like it to be a little cheesier looking. Okay. Let's see. That is hot. Need some salt. So if you're salt free, that's fine. I'm not. So I'm actually going to put some salt in. Way too much salt. I'm going to say like a teaspoon. I think it needs more garlic. And I'm making a bigger batch than I normally do, so and play with your flavors. And I am going to add a little more. All right, give that a blend. Perfect. Perfect. Again, just play with your flavors until you get it the way you like it. It's your cheese sauce. So that's ready. I'm going to pour that in a couple of containers, and then we'll get on to our hummus. Okay, guys, we're in the home stretch. We're almost there. The last thing we're going to do is make our hummus, and I'm going to show you 2 ways to make your hummus. One in the high-speed blender and one in the food processor. So I've gotten 1 can of chickpeas, just using these organic chickpeas, super simple. And again, we're not using oil, but we are using tahini. And you can make your hummus any way you want. You could even just mash your hummus. I mean, if you have the patience to mash your hummus, you mash your hummus, girl. I'm just telling you, I don't. I like mine. I do like mine smooth. And we're going to do about 1/3 of a cup of hummus. And if you're not like a big hummus person, you could put less. We just need a little something to make it a little bit creamy. Okay. I am going to use some fresh garlic. And again, you're going to want to play with it. I'm going to start with 1 clove. If it's not garlicky enough, then we'll add 2 cloves. add about half a teaspoon of cumin. This is like a quarter teaspoon measure. I did about twice as much. I am going to add a little bit of salt and literally a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. I have a little bit of lemon juice left. I'm not putting oil in mine. That's up to you. If you like virgin olive oil, you can put a little bit of oil in. I'm just going to add a little extra water to help it blend. Okay. We're going to take our lid. It's probably going to need a little bit of help. Oh. We're going to start with a couple of teaspoons of water. I'm going to say like 2 just to get it going, and then we'll go from there. So start it on low. And then you're going to start it on low. Then you're going to want to work into the corners to get it all mashing, okay? It's going to be a little loud. So let's just check the consistency. So for me, it needs a little bit of salt. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. And it needs some more lemon. Just going to start with a little bit of a squeeze. I'll finish blending that. Delicious. That's perfect for me. Just garlicky enough. All right, so let's swap out this for this. And before I forget this time, I'm gonna plug it in. If you saw my last video when I made the crab cake, I forgot to plug it in. Hi, I'm Vicki-Lynne. I forget something in every one of my videos. Before I jinx myself, I'm actually doing pretty good today. Hey, don't forget, if you're enjoying this, even though I haven't been screwing up too much today, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button, guys. Okay, so I'm using my food processor, and I've already said this isn't the greatest food processor. I really want one of the Vitamix new food processors, so I'm working on it. Okay, so this isn't one of the best ones, so if this works, you could do it with probably a fork. I'm going to do the tahini, and again, put as much or as little tahini as you want in it. Now, I already know we're probably going to have to scrape this down a couple of times. Okay. We're going to do the cumin again. I'm going to do about half a teaspoon. That was a quarter. I'm going to make this one a little more cuminy. I'm actually going to do powdered garlic this time. So it's going to be a little more for me. My husband's not a big cumin fan when it comes to hummus. A little bit of salt. And then some lemon juice. Now, if you're new to a vegan plant-based diet, and you're having stomach issues with having beans and stuff like that, you're just having, let's be honest, gas. Make sure you're rinsing your canned beans as well as possible. That sometimes is part of the issue. I can tell you, if you have an Instant Pot, make your own beans and make sure you soak them overnight. Try changing the water a couple of times, and that seems to really help. Just so you're aware. So let me grab a spatula. All right, so let's pulse this. So actually, that is coming together quite nicely. I'm going to give it a little stir, and actually, that is quite smooth, guys. So it actually does need more lemon. I think with the last of the... Okay, sorry, I thought a seed got in by accident. Okay. Oh, that actually turned out really nice, guys. So I got my carrots. Those are really both great. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me for my food prep. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've gotten at least one or two new tidbits or tips from one of these videos. And don't forget, as always, hit the subscribe button so you know when all of my recipes or videos go up. Give us a big thumbs up. Share with your friends and family. But better yet, make something for one of your friends or family just to show them how great vegan food can taste. And we'll see you guys next time. Okay guys, so this is what we've done for our meal prep. So we have our quinoa. We have 2.5 cups of quinoa cooked up. We've got our celery and our carrots all ready to go, so we can use our carrots on the barbecue or for snacks. Our grapes are cleaned. Our strawberries are all clean to go, so those are ready for either smoothies or just to eat with a fruit plate in the morning. We have a ton of potatoes ready to go. We have some russets and some new potatoes. Of course, our hummus 2 ways, one in the Vitamix, one in our food processor, and 2 great big containers of our cheese sauce ready to go for the week. Doesn't that look delicious? And that only took us like an hour and a half to get all that all done. I would suggest cleaning up as you go. That's the easiest way. Of course, because I was filming, that wasn't always possible. I do still have that watermelon to cut up. But other than that, we are good to go for the week.